Hello, grade 8. Are you fine? Today we are going to study the properties of matter concerning its physical and chemical properties and the transformation of this substance or matter when it occurs, mm, the pure substance. For example, the pure substance, the properties of this substance and the difference between physical and chemical properties. Substance are identified by their properties. Each substance has two types of properties. This is the chapter 1, the physical change of matter. In the physical change of matter that occurs when the state of matter changes but not its chemical nature. The nature is conserved always. Look at these cubes of sugar. They are transformed or into powder by hammering. The state of substance still the same, but the form or the shape differs. Examples: look at these papers. Paper conserves its nature. It's still paper. In case of water, for example, when transformed from liquid to solid, the state of water changes, but its nature still conserved. Examples: aluminum page is cut into two, a big stone is hammered into small pieces, cheese is melting on a toast, water vaporizes on ocean surface, freezing juice, alcohol evaporating on hands. They are all examples of physical change. Now, the chemical change of matter. Matter is completely changed, a new form, a new matter forms. Look at this example. A piece of wood is burning out, so its nature will be or would be changed. Some examples on chemical change: food is transformed into nutrient, milk is denaturized, a pen is rusting, a wood is burning out. They are all chemical changes. Now, look at the separation of constituent, the physical separation of constituent of sand water. To separate them, we use a beaker, a funnel, a filter paper. We pour the water with the sand in the funnel. The sand should be captured by filter paper as residue, and the water is filtered by filtration, which is a physical separation technique. Separation of pure substance. Now, for pure substance, look at the pure substance. This is distilled water by filtration. Nothing can change it. Nothing is changed. Um, what do you observe? Water passes through the filter and not separated. So pure substance cannot be separated by using a physical process. Separation of pure substance, how does it occur? Pure substance is not separated into simpler substance using physical separation techniques such as distillation, filtration, decantation, and vaporization. Okay? Important expression to know: the melting point is the temperature with which solid start to become liquid. Transformation from solid into liquid. Uh, the point of transformation is called melting point. Freezing point is the temperature with which liquid starts to become solid. Finally, the boiling point is the temperature with which liquid starts to become a gas. Physical properties. Each matter is characterized by the physical properties: density, boiling point, and melting point, which are measurable physical quantities of pure substance. They are constant and independent of the mass of sample used. For example, melting point of 1 liter of water is 0 degree. The same for 10 liters is 0 degree. So it's independent of the mass of the sample taken. Application: a graph representing the variation of temperature of liquid A as a function of time. Look at the variation of temperature. It increases with time and still constant after a little time. Is a pure substance or mixture? Justify. Uh, this substance is pure since boiling point still constant at 100 degree Celsius. At which time the boiling starts? The boiling starts at T equal 8 minutes because the temperature was 100. Identify the temperature at T equal 15 minutes. Identify. So T equal 100 degrees. Since the substance is pure, it has constant boiling point. Let's take another example, a graph representing the variation of temperature of liquid B as function of time. This is the variation of temperature. Look at the temperature. It increases and still increasing. Is B pure substance or mixture? B is a mixture since its boiling point increases with time. Indicate the temperature at T equal 8 minutes. It's 100 degree. Indicate the corresponding time for T equal 25 degree. The time is 1 minute and it is 4 minutes for T equal 70. The pure substance cannot be separated by physical procedure. Can we separate it by chemical change? Look at this experiment. We take mercury oxide, which is a compound, pure substance, but in case of compound. Okay, and we put the mercury oxide in a tube and we heat it up and we approach a glowing light which rekindles. The decomposition of mercury oxide after heating of mercury oxide, we observe at the bottom of a beaker of tube a silvery liquid. This is the mercury. The glowing splint rekindles, showing the presence of oxygen gas. New substance form, mercury and oxygen. The nature of mercury oxide changes into oxygen. Mercury oxide is changing the identity. Separation of compound. Physical separation technique used to separate mixture cannot decompose the complex substance. For example, dissolving a piece of sugar in water, sucrose appears in solution. There is no oxygen, no carbon, no hydrogen. But this doesn't mean that sucrose cannot be separated into simpler substances. The separation should be done by a chemical technique. Okay, what is the chemical technique? One of the chemical techniques is the heating. Decomposition of compound. Heating is one of the techniques used to decompose the compound into simpler substance. Look at the sugar. Under the action of heat, it will be transformed into carbon and water. They are carbon is an element and water is a compound. Look at the sugar. It turns into brown color, then into black, indicating the presence of carbon. Okay. Note that the produced simple substance cannot be separated into simpler ones, the element. Now, as conclusion, the pure substance could be an element or a compound. The element is a pure substance that cannot be separated into simpler substance, whereas the compound is a pure substance also that can be separated into two or more simpler substances by using chemical process. Okay? This is the end of our lesson. Thank you and goodbye.